An animal rights activist Facebook post has blown up, with people across the valley demanding accountability at a Litchfield Park pig farm. That Facebook post alleges animal neglect.
But is it misleading? Joe Dana has been looking into it to figure out just what's going on. Joe?
Guys, this time of year, animals are especially vulnerable to the sweltering heat. So, it might be understandable that concerned neighbors want to draw attention to animals they think are being mistreated. But the owner of Pamlin Farms takes issue with this Facebook post and the allegations of inhumane treatment. Animal rights activist Andrea Diaz causing a stir on Facebook, calling on the masses to report this Litchfield Park pig farm to the sheriff's office. Diaz posting video and a photo, both of the same pig, with an infection. She writes the pig collapsed and can't access water, and alleges, among other problems, multiple pigs foaming at the mouth because of the heat. But one accusation may not tell the whole story, and we were unable to speak with Diaz to follow up about her post. The sheriff's office tells 12 News they toured the property and checked on the animals and nothing was noted, and that the owners were very cooperative. Late this afternoon, a detective was assigned to follow up as well. The owner of the pig farm wouldn't allow our cameras on the property. It's located just down this road, but he did allow me to go on it and see a couple of hundred pigs. They were all in pens. Each pen had a structure for shade, had mud that the pigs used to keep cool, and a box that is a drinking water source. That pig shown in the Facebook post, we saw it firsthand. It was secluded from the rest and clearly not doing well. They say the infection was caused by a castration went wrong. The owners called me shortly after we left to say they put the pig down. They accuse the author of this Facebook post of trespassing on their property to take the video, creating unnecessary hysteria, and they say they hope anyone who has concerns about their farm in the future will contact them directly before making accusations on social media. Now, these types of farms are considered custom farms. They are lightly regulated by the state. This one's been in business more than 40 years. The sheriff's office confirmed late this afternoon that the infected pig was put down and that they didn't find any other violations on their return visit. Joe Dana, 12 News.